Morning. Old Billy Pierce. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, damn. I hadn't been up very long this morning. I was tired after all that shit yesterday. Stomping around out there in that damn heat. Now slow getting around. Working on my first cup. Matter of fact, Asa made this pot of coffee before he left this morning. Oh, they left before I got up. I'm tired. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, y'all probably guessed it. Yeah, the left. They a little tore up this morning about us over our protest and Hillary Clinton. Said I'm a hater of young people. That's what they're saying this morning. I'm a hater of young people. Yeah, that's what else they gonna say? You know, I'm a racist. Shit. Morning, Dirt Slinger Jim. Good morning, Dewey. Yeah, Dewey. I was gonna tell you. Sometimes it's hard for me to check messages because half the damn accounts people message me on, I can't even reply back. Way it goes, man. They incarcerate you in Facebook slammer. But yeah, I thought that was pretty funny this morning. I seen that what the left had me listed as a hater of young people and other shit. Oh, well, guys, social media is screwed up, or it has been on our end. That's the reason I've got a damn YouTube channel now. Good morning, Michelle. Yeah, social media is screwed up. Everybody, I mean, they censoring the hell out of everybody, guys. It ain't just me that they're doing it with. They're doing it pretty much everybody. I mean, if you're not out here talking just normal stupid shit, they really don't care. You know, let's be straight up with you about that. You know, if you want to come out here and you want to be a 40-year-old guy with a beard and put on makeup, hey, they'll let 1,500 people sit here and watch you. Or if you're a little trans kid dancing on stage, I'll let 3,000 watch you do that. Well, if you're out here talking about what's going on, real shit, you might be lucky if I let you have 30. I got 32 right now. Ooh, I'm breaking a damn record. You know? Yeah, they've censored stuff up to where if you don't pay them pretty much, your shit don't get out. Good morning, Wesley. Yeah, I seen them pictures you took down there at Dardanelle. Arkansas River's on roll. I haven't never seen it that high. I've seen it close to up to that parking lot, but never up that high on the parking lot. Well, yeah, Michelle, they banned Ben Bergquam for showing illegals coming across the border for 30 days. They don't nobody know those illegals coming across the borders. Why? I mean, called hate speech. Well, that's what they call hate speech anyway. Yeah, if you yeah, you can get in touch with Lonnie if you can't get in touch with me. Like I said there, it's hard to do anything at times because of censorship. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't understand. that when they throw you in Facebook jail, you can't post, you can't comment, you can't answer messages either. They also lock down your damn Facebook Messenger. And just like Dale Brock, he's trying to sell that airplane. He lost the sale of that airplane because of Facebook Messenger. He posted that airplane. Yes, Dale Brock has an airplane for sale. He posted an airplane for sale. A guy was interested in it. They were coordinating back and forth, get together. Won't know what size trailer he needed to haul it on and so forth. They throw him in jail. He lost the sale on that airplane. I mean, it's really hard to do anything. Matter of fact, they closed the parking lot right after you left. I don't doubt it. I looked at Channel 5 a while ago, and meandering way on Rogers Avenue was underwater this morning. I don't know what the deal is with USS Batfish over at Weber's Falls. Me and Lauren stopped there on the way back from the airport and looked at USS Batfish over. We didn't get to go on a tour of it because it was closed, but we took some pictures of it and stuff, and they're trying to save it. You know, I mean, guys, I know it's a damn submarine, but they never planned on it ever being in water again. And now it's floating. And
well, they made a museum out
of it. They made a museum out of it, and that's at the end of the ballast bow lines. Basically, got tied off, and they're trying to control the ballast tanks to keep it from going turn upside down because it is a submarine. Oh, I don't doubt it, Paula. They introduced Hillary as Madam President. Mm-hmm. They're just kissing her ass because Clinton gave so much money to that school, okay?
They're obviously just as delusional as she
is. Yeah, they're probably
not
just delusional as she is. Yeah, she may be their president, but yeah. Yeah, well, she wants to traffic some more kids over here, you know? Yeah. Well, I did hear say that there were some comments about some of the signs that some of the people had out there that was with us about her child trafficking and stuff that she'd been involved in, and said, "Oh, that wasn't relevant," you know, and this, that, and the other. And this person lived in Hot Springs. Well, why wasn't you down there with your signs and your following? I mean, you know, you ain't very far from where we were at. You showed your ass up. Oh, that's right. You wouldn't want to tarnish your little image. Hmm. Well, anyway, like I said, now even ladies that come out that was protesting child trafficking and passing of the laws, basically to rip children away from their parents. Hey, we were happy to have them down there. We were. So, like I said, apparently it was enough to get Secret Service to shut our asses down. So, hey, who can say that they've been shut down by the Secret Service? Raise your hand. Okay. So, like I said, guys, I mean, hello, Angel, Danny Campbell over on YouTube. I mean, it is what it is. We would have liked to have done a lot more, but you know, hey, we're law-abiding citizens. We not the left. We don't go run up there and show our ass and get thrown in jail. No, we may not make a big a scene as they do, but we don't have to have y'all people trying to raise money to get our asses out of jail either. So think about that. I mean, guys, don't get me wrong. I ain't afraid of going to jail, but I just don't try to just go to jail. That's how I've been to 75 fucking events, and I hadn't been to jail the first time. And I believe that the highwayman's making an impact, because if you don't believe me, you just Google Billy Sessions highwayman, or you Google the highwayman, and you see all the articles read up about us. How many times we've been on TV? Yeah, we made a hell of an impact over the last couple years. So, like I said, but we haven't went our asses to jail. And you know what, guys? We're still out here operating. You know, there's a smart way of doing things, and there's a dumb way of doing things. Nobody went to jail, Mary. Nobody went to jail. But that's what I'm saying. There's a smart way of doing things, and there's a damn dumb way of doing things. If you want to do things a damn dumb way, well, your ass is going to probably end up in a sling. If you're going to be smart about it, you probably won't. And you know what? It's going to have about the same effect in the end. You know, like I said, the left's already over there posting pictures of me and Asa and others saying that we're haters of young people because we went there to protest Hillary Clinton. We wasn't there to protest the kids graduating. We were there to protest that filthy bitch. But they've got to come up with something. We didn't even get close to the damn convention center. Not even close. Didn't have to get shut down. But we were there. And they knew it. That's right. Hot Springs PD was rather nice about it. You know,
They loved all our Trump gear.
they liked our Trump gear, they liked our flags and stuff, and so forth. And they were rather nice. Which Hot Springs PD is always nice to us because we're always cooperative with Hot Springs PD. It makes a difference. Guys, I watched a video that Lamington sent me this morning. I believe it was Dayton, Ohio. You had some white supremacists out there, and they were demonstrating, and you had all Antifa out there demonstrating. Guys, what part does the Constitution of these damn leftists not understand? It's called freedom of speech. They get to come out there and spew their freaking rhetoric. And the cops has to protect them the same as they have to protect the white supremacists spewing their damn rhetoric. What part of this do they not understand? Okay? Really, I mean, the First Amendment and the law is not real hard to understand, but apparently they haven't gripped the concept of it yet. I mean, the law applies to all of us in America, not just certain few. Well, it ain't supposed to apply to just a certain few. It's supposed to apply to all of us. In some cases, I understand it probably always happen that way, but about 99% of the time, it does. What I'm saying here is they think that the cops is protecting. Well, they say that the while they're chanting the cops is the same as the KKK and shit like that. No, the cops ain't the same as the KKK. The cops ain't the same as any group. The cops has got a job to do, guys, and that's to enforce the law. And that's exactly what they're doing. And if they're standing there keeping the anti-fascists and the white supremacists from fighting, they're doing their job. The left thinks just because the Klan comes out and spews a little hateful rhetoric that the cops should stand down and just let Antifa attack them. That's what they think. But when Antifa's out there spewing the rhetoric, hating on white people, hating on straight people, hating on Christianity or whatever, hating on babies, whatever the hell they decide to be spewing at that time, they expect the cops to protect them from everybody else. Really. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for just a minute. It's a one-sided thing for these people. You know why? Because they don't believe in the letter of the law. They believe in feelings, and their feelings supersede the law. That's exactly what they feel, and they think that's what should happen. But in reality, it don't. But these people don't live in reality, so there you go. More crazy boy. Like I said, guys, that's just how it goes. You know, yesterday was very, very enlightening, might I say. Very enlightening. We made a lot of great progress for the state of Arkansas yesterday. A lot of great progress. And then not just for the state of Arkansas, but for other places as well. I think some of the left is finally figuring out that we're not such bad people after all. So like I said, guys, that's how it goes. You know, we talked about having these debates with people. And you've heard me sit here and talk about having debates with people. Sometimes people wants to debate, and sometimes they just come to protest. The ones that just strictly coming to protest, you can't debate with. You can't talk things over and come to a common ground with. And then some of the other ones, when they come to actually talk, you can actually get somewhere with them because they're actually coming to the table to talk. They're not coming to the table to just rightfully protest you. And a lot of things I've been thinking has been correct, just as I figured it was. I mean, guys, a lot of these people out here, they don't necessarily agree with Donald Trump. They don't necessarily agree with some of the shit that the government's out here doing. They're forced to take a side because the lack thereof like-minded people is them. The lack of people speaking out. It don't mean they necessarily agree 100% with that one side. You know, even a lot of your Antifa out here, or your moderates. I ain't gonna actually go Antifa because I think Antifa's going just completely far left. But a bunch of your moderate leftists out here, guys, they recognize the problems we have in the government. They recognize the lack of unemployment or lack of employment and the unemployment rate. They recognize the homeless. They recognize that these politicians a lot of times just lie like hell and spew a bunch of campaign rhetoric to get in office and do not a damn thing for the people of their district. These are all the things that they recognize, but they're not necessarily out for revolution. They don't want a violent change. Now, there's a lot of them out here, guys, that does want a violent change. They're absolutely vying for revolution, guys. They're absolutely yearning for it. They're absolutely prepping for it. And then there's others out there that wants to go about changing things a different way through different channels, just like the highwayman. Guys, I don't want no damn revolution. I don't want no damn civil war. I don't know any highwayman that does. That ain't what the hell we want. I'm 43 years old, guys. You think I want to see this country fall into civil unrest and violence and people getting shot to pieces in the streets? And not, guys, I'm not that bored. I'm not that damn bored. And that's what bored people wants. Is they want entertainment, they want excitement. And that's the reason they want this so-called revolution, so-called civil war. It's because they won't put effort toward trying to make change in any other way that they think they got to do it through a damn gun barrel. They're fucking lazy. Telling you that shit right now is just pure ass laziness. They sit back and watch everything going on, and they take their paycheck every week and they buy more ammunition, more potted meat, and they just sit back. And they think they're going to change something one day with all this shit they've gathered up.
Do you think we're just gonna have like some quickie flesh in the pan war, and then we're gonna fall into this utopia of greatness because
it ain't happening.
This and every life is gonna be fucking beautiful. It's gonna be
no, it ain't happening. Like I said, guys, and they just want to sit on their ass and they're wanting to make all these changes through the end of a gun barrel. And that's on both sides. It just simply ain't going to happen that way. It's just not. Because when it gets to that point, guys, if you'll go research civil wars and revolutions, guys, it hardly ever goes the way the people out here wants it to go. Hardly ever. There's only one time it actually went that way. It's called 1776. And you know why it went that way? It's because it was a different type of revolution. It wasn't a revolution where you had a big governing body inside of a land. The governing body we had here was plumb across the freaking Atlantic Ocean, and so was their assets. That's the reason we gained our independence, is because we were at the tactical advantage of them being so damn far away and all their resources being so far away that our fledgling colonial army could defeat what British hit the ground here after they spent 2 months riding on a damn sailing ship. Basically. That's not how shit works out here anymore. It's not. You look at the civil wars over in the Middle East and Syria, other places. It hardly ever works out for the people. Hardly ever. Now, you start having a civil war, it's going to be bad for the people. It's going to be bad for the left. It's going to be bad for the right. It's going to be bad for all in between, too. It's not going to be any good for anybody. So that's the reason you got to start trying to make change in what's going on that you don't like through different channels than through a barrel of a gun. Barrel of the guns, not know what. Matter of fact, that's how Chairman Mao said. That's how he deals with diplomacy. It's through a barrel of a gun. That's the way Mao spoke it. Well, there you go, guys. He didn't believe coming to the table. He didn't believe in trying to work out anything. He goes, well, there I am. I have the power, and either do what I say or I'll shoot your ass. That's just kind of how he looked at it. Well, we don't need to think the same way. You look at China over there. Look at all the freedoms they have. Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Doug. We need to get rid of all the damn neocons. We need to get rid of all the amnesty supporters. I agree with that. I mean, guys, we got a bunch of up and coming people's going to be running for office here before long in 2020 for Senate seats and representative seats, state legislature, and so forth. Right now, people need to really get involved and find out where these new candidates stand. They really do. But then they need to pick one of them, and they need to get behind them. Because I'm telling you guys, you can't keep voting the same old shit in office time after time after time and expect something to change. Now, we have some good representatives here in the legislature here in the state of Arkansas. It does do quite a bit. And then we have some that don't. So it's time for everybody to start looking into this kind of stuff. Well, Robin, yeah, there's a bunch of Muslims running for office. I agree, but nothing says you have to vote for one. Nothing says your neighbor has to vote for one. All these Muslims can run for office all they want to, but you know what? If people don't go out there and vote for some bitches, they're not going to get elected. But the reason most of these Muslims are running is they're running in Muslim communities. And I think we all understand most of the Christian communities are not going to elect a Muslim in office. No. No. Now, there's nothing you can do about Muslims getting elected to a district that's full of Muslims. Ain't nothing you can do about that. People don't want Muslims in Congress. Well, you're just gonna have to stay out of the Muslim districts, because we all know that yes, they've brought Muslims into this country. They have consolidated them in certain areas, like around Minneapolis, Minnesota, up and around Detroit, Michigan, and other places. And they've pulled together as communities, just like Dearborn, Michigan. And yes, they're going to have Muslims running to represent Muslims. I mean, that's a given. It's going to happen. You like it or not. Ain't damn thing you can do about it. There ain't a damn thing you can do about Muslims coming to this country if they come here legally. Not a damn thing about it. What you people need to start doing is start building Christianity up. Instead of bitching about the Muslims all the time and bitching about what the Muslims are doing, to start concentrating your effort on actually building Christianity up. Because if you keep building Christianity up, then what you got to worry about this other bunch? You don't. Think about that for a minute. That's the reason you come out here and we to make America godly again. That's kind of what we're talking about, you know. Guys, if you get behind the church, you get behind some good Christian leaders, and people can if they want to. But here we are, we're asking effort out of somebody, do something again. Either normal little everyday routine. You start like Pastor Greg Locke. I'll use him for example. I like Pastor Greg Locke. Like what he's got to say. If people would get behind Pastor Greg Locke and other pastors similar to Greg Locke, because there's some out there, they really get behind a man like that actually stands for the Bible and build these guys up and build their word up that they're out here speaking, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But that's the problem. That's not being done. Not on a grand enough scale. No, it's not being done. So like I said, guys, I mean, we can sit out here and we can bitch about Muslims and about them possibly trying to take over one day, and what you know, that's what they're trying to do. They've been stuck there talking about it, I don't know for how long. You know, making America is, you know, Islam. I've heard them say that in speeches and stuff. Y'all probably heard them say that in speeches.
They want Sharia in America.
They want Sharia in America. You know how you prevent that? You get behind men like Greg Locke. That's right. Complaining about it on Facebook ain't going to do you no good. You get behind men like Greg Locke. You know, you donate a little money to Greg Locke here and there. You share his videos around, guys. You do what you can do. If you get a chance to go see Pastor Greg Locke, go see Pastor Greg Locke. Make his crowd bigger. You know, I mean, honestly, guys. Hey, I'm not opposed to anybody giving 10 or 15 bucks to Pastor Greg Locke. I'm not. Matter of fact, I think people probably need to. Because you know what? I see this man traveling around speaking. I see him actually getting out here doing something. I like that. But going out here doing stuff's not cheap, guys. Ask me how I know it's not. Coming out here, devoting time to the patriot movement or devoting your time to God or whatever you devoting your time to other than sitting on a job that you could be making money doing, be drawing a paycheck off of. It's not easy to do, guys. It's not easy at all. Not easy at all. Guys, we're at a point in this country where we're under a spiritual battle. This just ain't a battle of right and left. No, this is a spiritual battle against good and evil at this point. I'm a firm believer in that. The society's tearing itself apart between good and evil. And when you're in a battle like that, well, you've got to back the people that's doing good. Because trust me, the evil ones are going to back the ones doing the most evil. Just saying it as it is. You know, this is Sunday. I'm not going to go on a sermon here and start preaching y'all guys, but I'm just stating the obvious here that I think most of you's already figured out by now. You know, I mean, at this rate, guys, how long do you think this society, not this country, this society will last? How long do you think it will? If you don't start getting back to God and start getting behind leaders that are serving God. Now, I mean, real leaders that are serving God, not these mega church dipshits out here. Guys, it's actually preaching the Bible. Think about that for a minute. I'm not talking about these guys with $5,000 and $6,000 pinky rings and driving your latest and greatest Lexus. I'm talking about these old boys out here driving old extended cab Chevrolet pickups and shit. That's what I'm talking about. So, like I said, y'all want to button contribute to Pastor Greg Locke? What he's doing out there, I'm all for that. I'm all for it. You know, I think that this country, 43% of this country is Christian now, just 43%. And actually, about 23% of that 43% actually believes the Bible. Actually believes it, guys. The other 20% of that 43% just goes into church just to be seen, just to fit in with the clique. They don't pay much attention to what's being said in there. And the preacher, well, he don't really get into depth on anything because he don't want to piss nobody off. He don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. He's about bringing people together, all right, for the almighty dollar. He's bringing people together for the church, for the almighty dollar, not for God. Trust me. So like I said, guys, if you want to start making some real change, that's how you do it. Because any other way you're going to try to make change out here ain't going to be nothing but destruction to yourself. You know, I mean, just like on the left, just like on the right, not everybody out here wants revolution, wants a civil war. Only your super extremists is wanting that. I'm going to tell you right now, yes, they do. Because that's the only way they can have to take our freedoms away, guys, and take them away for good, is have some kind of big dust up. Now, I know a lot of y'all really don't remember much about the Civil War. A lot of you never researched it. This country was in a bad way after the Civil War. Bad way. That was after the war. Did tyrannical shit stop after the war? Hell no. Custer went and tried to wipe out the Sioux. Well, he pretty much did. Do you know why the Custer was sent out there to wipe out the Sioux? It's because Grant was so afraid of the Civil War restarting again because of Reconstruction, of how horrible it was to all the Southern people, how pissed off they were, that he sent, well, Grant passed orders down to Custer to go out there and wipe out the Sioux. to where Americans could start venturing out west to take their mind off what had happened. No, Reconstruction didn't help the South any whatsoever. Doug, that's true. Sherman was the one over top of Grant. Matter of fact, Sherman, the one that just liked to go burn towns just for the hell of it, he's the one that chose Custer. Sherman was the one that was directly behind wiping out the damn Sioux Indians. Yeah. So, like I said, things don't necessarily get better. Think about that. You know, guys, diplomacy would have went a long ways. I mean, really, you think about it. Why in the hell did we ever have a civil war in this country? Why? Somebody asked me why. Why did we have a civil war in this country? It's because we had dog shit leaders doing dog shit things. Think about it, guys. Why should 600,000 men die in a civil war and a country tore apart? Why did that have to happen? It's because either side wouldn't give an inch. That's why it happened. Well, Doug, we know that Lincoln, yeah, he invaded a sovereign nation. Yeah, he did. You know, a lot of people props Lincoln up as some kind of great man. Really, he was a sorry ass president. I mean, we've had some sorry ass presidents since, but how many went and sent 600,000 men to their death and tore the United States apart over fucking taxation? We think about it, guys. Think about it. So, like I said, Lincoln was not a great president. He was actually probably worse. He was worse than Obama. Matter of fact, Obama wanted to be another Lincoln. So, why did we ever have a first Civil War anyway? Why couldn't they come to the table and come to some damn agreements? Why didn't they try to debate? Why didn't they try to work together to come to these agreements to prevent a civil war? No, you should have had one side. No, we're going to do this. We don't give a damn you like it or not. We're going to invade you. Poof. Just like that. And that's exactly what we're seeing in Washington, D.C. right now. Have you not noticed that? That same mentality. And I hope it don't have the same results. That's the same mentality you see in D.C. right now. That yes, if the Republicans and the Democrats would actually come together and work for the American people, a lot of great things could be done. But they're not going to. Because it's all about power and who's wielding it. You've got globalism versus nationalism up there right now, guys. You've got the left, the visionaries wanting everything to be global. And then you've got Donald Trump wanting to bring jobs back to America. Guys, this is it right here. It's economics 101. Okay? Let's just get this down straight right now. Globalism only helps the super rich. It don't help the middle class or the poor people or nothing out here. It don't. How can you help the middle class or the poor people out here when you're taking their jobs and you're giving to third world countries How the hell is that helping any middle class or poor person? No, you're just helping the rich because they're the ones with the money to invest in the stock market. They're the ones that own the companies. They're the ones making profit off of this. That poor guy ain't making shit off of it. That middle class guy isn't making shit off of it. The poor guy has got to use the government to subsidize his income just to buy that company's products. We all know that's happening. And the middle class guy's got to, well, he's got to take a lesser paying job just to survive to buy those corporations and products. Who's making money off of it? Third world country and the corporate heads, the board members. That's who's making money off of it. But when you've got nationalism, yes, you can have fair trade, but you've got jobs here for the poor people. You've got jobs here for the middle class. Yeah, the corporations probably ain't going to make as much, guys. The rich, the 1% probably ain't going to make as much. But anyway, man, I got a coffee cup full of grounds. I mean, Asa, I think Asa took that damn coffee filter in that coffee pot, took his knife, went all the way around it, then poured coffee in it. But that's my point. It's simple economics 101. If you ain't got jobs here, you're not going to have a prosperous nation. You're not going to have happy people. Broke people ain't happy, guys. Why you think I'm so damn mad all the time? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Each and every one of you do out here. It takes a certain amount of money to stay somewhat happy. If you're sitting here worrying about how you're going to pay your bills from one month to next and robbing Peter to pay Paul, you're not really going to be all that happy because you're sitting there worrying about how the hell you're going to make it. We all know this. We all know this. You know? So if you got jobs out here and people's got money, and they're not really having to worry about how they're going to pay their bill, they know they can pay their bills. They're not having to just sweat about it all the time. Makes for a whole lot better society. And you're not going to have that with globalism. That's economics 101. Means your crime rate's not going to be as high. Because people's got jobs. They ain't got to go out and steal like hell from each other. That they're not doing. Guys, I'm going to tell you something. Anytime the economy gets in a bad way, crime goes up. You go look at all the numbers. When people get broke and they're wondering how they're going to keep their electric on, they start doing shit that they normally wouldn't do to get that money. That's no joke. Well, guys, I'm going to hop off of here and got stuff to do today. So y'all have a good day. It is Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy yourself. Lay around, drink a beer, go put a flag on a fallen soldier's grave, honor the dead, eat a hot dog tonight. We'll catch y'all later. Y'all have a good day and God bless.